Hi, I'm Lynda Hayes and today we're at Canberra Royal Show 2013. I've arrived here a couple of days ago with my team of 4 horses. Canberra is considered probably the biggest show now in Australia because of its locality. The good thing for Canberra is the Melbourne people can come up, Adelaide people can come across, Sydney people can come down and Queensland people can come down. So I would rank Canberra as probably the biggest one we want to win. Today we'll be concentrating on my pony Coal Beach Promise. For Promise, she's got 2 beautiful little white socks at the back. So what we tend to do is we clip off, because they grow a longish hair, we will clip that back and we put a product on it to whiten the socks so that that highlights the look of the horse. And because she's a solid colour, she's a liver chestnut, when she's going out on the big arena it looks lovely. The next thing that I will do the day before will be plait her mane, which has already been pulled before we get here. And you can alter the outline of a horse. Like if you do the plaits high on top of the neck, you can give them more top line. If you've got a horse that's already got a big top line, you can pull them down and alter the way a horse can actually look out on the arena. So also the day before, because Promise has a pulled or shaved tail, we take a lot of the hair off when we shave the tail, so there's not a lot left, and we like that look to show off the hind quarter. So Promise has or wears a false tail, so we'll put that in. Usually some people will put it in the day before, or I'll put it in an hour before the class so that she gets used to it. And then an hour before the class is the time we start saddling, and that's when the fun begins, because we start putting checkers on and shark's teeth, and you can alter the way the hindquarter of a horse looks by what sort of shark's teeth and checkers that you put on. You can alter the whole outline. Then you'll do the makeup, and the makeup for me, that's the fun bit, because it enhances their beautiful big eyes and the gloss and the beautiful coloured brow bands. I'm very fortunate that I've got Cherie Pengelly to help me with it. So when it gets to that stage, I usually hoof it off to my truck and start getting dressed into my nice clean clothes. And Cherie and I have been together for a while now and taken the team out, and I trust her to make Promise look beautiful. So what we do is we put products that are actually made for this purpose, and we put a black over their eyes because it makes their eyes in the ring look bigger, and like everyone loves a big puppy dog with big eyes, so I think that's where it comes from. You're wanting to highlight their big eyes, and then we'll put a gloss over the top to make them look even bigger. And with their muzzles, it's the same thing. You put a lovely black muzzle with some gloss over it, and they just look amazing. And again, lucky enough that Cherie can do that, and it looks great. And the final product, like you just look at your horse and they're gleaming. Like there's no better feeling than coming out of your truck, all dressed, you're in your gear, and then hopping on this beautiful horse. So yeah, it's really good fun. So all the preparation's been done, and now for me, the fun stuff begins. I'll be going in the open pony, 13 to 13.2 at Canberra Royal. When Promise, we go out and do my workout, I'm always thinking, I'm looking ahead at what could upset her, what could distract her from her work, keep her trot steady, keep her canter steady, and then come round, and she's got a lovely length in. She's very well educated now, so I can push buttons probably a bit more than I can on a green horse, and she always gives me such a beautiful ride. So to be called forward first in such a really strong lineup, I was pretty tickled. So it was lovely to have the ride and her do so well. So now it's the big day. We've qualified for Champion Open Pony 12.2 up to 14 hands, and this is probably as big as it's going to get. And Promise, I know pretty much works because I've had her for a while now. The competition that's out there with me, like they're really beautiful horses. So any sort of muck up can be the difference between winning and losing. I was watching the first horse go out and work, and she absolutely nailed it. And that changes the way you ride. If the first 3 horses go out there and they make a hiccup, you sort of think, all right, well, I might step it down a peg or two and take it a bit easy. But like the first couple of horses went out and they just worked the house down. So you put your shoulders back, you chin up, and you say, game on, and you've got to go your hardest. And my mantra before I go in is don't come back in with regrets. So if you go out there and you really push it and it blows, at least you've gone as hard as you can. You can come back in and sort of go, I did my best, it didn't work. But for me this day, Promise was awesome. She did everything I asked her to do when I asked her to do it. I had the most beautiful ride, and today it wasn't her day, but the ride's still with me and I'll remember it forever because she just gave her heart for me, and it was just, it's lovely. I love riding the horse, so it was a really great day.